If you haven't guessed it, in today's video, we're going to be discussing the pros and cons to deciding whether to sell your property or rent it out. So let's get into the advantages of selling. Of course, there's the immediate cash flow if you need it in a quick situation, simplifying your finances, the possibility of making profit, of course, depending on what the condition is and what kind of home it is you're selling. And you're closing a chapter, able to move on, whether moving to a new state, not strapped down or anchored down with any house. Now, disadvantages of selling. This may result in a loss of potential revenue, whether the home was ruined or had some issues to it, and you don't have the time and money to repair it right now. And if you did repair, of course, you could make the money on that, but if you sell it in as is condition, you wouldn't be able to get that top dollar. There's the transaction expenses. So when it comes to any transaction like closing costs, there's the realtor commissions. There's a lot that goes into it, even capital gains tax that comes out of selling your home. There's also market timing risks. So at certain times of the year, it can be more risky, and it could be a bit of an unpredictable nature when it comes to selling based off of the market timing. And then there is also the disadvantage of limited diversification. So if real estate is your significant investment, selling it could reduce the diversification options available, so putting your portfolio at higher risk. So if you then just have stocks and not real estate, you're less diversified. So having more streams of revenue, of course, would protect you and make you more safe to any potential downfall of the economy and so on. Now, let's talk about renting out your vacant property. So the advantages. So first, steady rental income, number one, obviously. Then there are tax advantages. So you can actually write off a lot of things that go into any repairs against your working income if you have a W-2 job as well. There's the appreciation of the property. So as inflation goes up, the value of the property will also go up in time. And then there's the prospect of acquiring wealth over the long term, building up your investments. Then there's the drawbacks of renting. So, of course, you have the landlord responsibility. So when things go wrong, you have to come to the aid to get those things repaired. You have to deal with maintenance and contractors getting those things fixed if you don't do it yourself. You have to worry about market vacancy. So meanwhile, there's still bills. You still have to get things paid for the home that's vacant, but if no one's in there to pay the rent, you may be going backwards. There's the potential tenant risks. If you don't do the right background screenings, right checks, and get someone bad in there, they could ruin the property, which that can obviously be a damper significantly. And then there are the market fluctuations. So the real estate market is notoriously unpredictable. So there, like we said, could be economic downturns that have potential influence on the demand of rental properties and the valuation of these properties. So there's risks when it comes down to everything in general. But when it comes to the decision-making process, it's important to consider short-term and long-term investments and what your strategies are there, the current market conditions, your lifestyle and preferences, what you're looking to do. If you're looking to travel or looking just to not be strapped down to a property, you want to familiarize yourself with the local rules and regulations that pertain to landlord-tenant relationships. And in the future, you should think about plans of ultimately what you want your life to look like. But that's it in a nutshell when it comes to renting versus selling. Hopefully you found this helpful, and I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Thanks for watching.